There's a moment many parents quietly struggle with. Your child is clearly having a hard time. Maybe they're stuck on something. Maybe they're frustrated. Maybe they're overwhelmed. So you step in to help. And instead of relief, you get resistance.
Stop! I don't want help. Go away!
And you're left wondering, why does my child push me away when I'm trying to support them? Why does helping seem to make things worse? Today we're going to talk about why some neurodivergent children resist help and what might actually be happening beneath that reaction. Before we begin, a quick reminder, we are not therapists or medical professionals. For individualized guidance, always consult qualified professionals. Today's topic touches on something that can feel confusing and even a little hurtful for parents. When your child doesn't want your help. Ready? Because this is Kind Parent Collective. Less perfect parent, more real one. Help can feel like interruption. For many neurodivergent children, especially those who experience hyperfocus, being deeply engaged in something feels grounding. It gives their brain structure. It gives their attention direction. So when a parent steps in, even with good intentions, it can feel like an interruption. Not just a small one, but a sudden break in concentration. From the child's perspective, they weren't struggling. They were in it, and the help feels like pulling them out of that state before they're ready. The need for control. Many children within the spectrum have a strong need for control over their environment. This isn't about being difficult, it's about feeling safe. When things are predictable and self-directed, the nervous system feels more regulated. But when someone steps in to help, especially without being asked, it can feel like control is being taken away. Even if the intention is support, the experience can feel like this is no longer mine. I didn't choose this. And that shift can trigger resistance. Help can feel like pressure. Sometimes help doesn't feel like support. It feels like expectation. When a parent steps in, the child may feel like they now have to perform. They may feel watched, evaluated, or rushed to get it right. Even gentle guidance can feel like added pressure if the child is already struggling internally. So instead of feeling supported, they feel overwhelmed. And pushing help away becomes a way to reduce that pressure. Struggling privately feels safer. There are moments when children would rather struggle on their own than accept help, not because they don't need it, but because struggling privately feels safer. There's no audience, no risk of getting it wrong in front of someone, no added attention to what they're finding difficult. For some neurodivergent children, especially those who are sensitive to perceived failure, this matters a lot. They may prefer to take longer or even fail quietly rather than accept help that brings more focus to the struggle. Timing matters more than we think. Sometimes it's not the help itself that's the problem, it's the timing. If help comes too early, the child may feel interrupted. If it comes too late, they may already be overwhelmed. There's a small window where help feels supportive instead of intrusive, and that window can be hard to read. From the outside, it may look like the child needs help immediately, but internally, they may still be trying to work through it in their own way. Communication differences. Some children struggle to express what kind of help they need or whether they want help at all. They may not have the language to say,
"Not yet. I want to try first. Can you just stay close?"
So instead, the response comes out as rejection.
Stop. No. Go away.
It's not always a rejection of the parent. It's often a response to a need that hasn't been clearly communicated yet. Sensory sensitivity plays a role. Help often involves proximity. A parent leaning in, hands guiding, voices giving instructions. For a child with sensory sensitivities, this can be overwhelming. The closeness, the movement, the added sound. All of it can increase sensory input at a time when the child is already processing a lot. So pushing help away can also be a way to reduce sensory overload. Independence feels important. Many neurodivergent children have a strong desire to do things independently, even when tasks are difficult, even when support is available. Independence gives them a sense of control and accomplishment. So accepting help can sometimes feel like losing that. It can feel like I couldn't do it on my own. And for a child who is already navigating challenges, that feeling can be uncomfortable. What refusing help is really saying. When a child resists help, it's easy to interpret it as defiance, but often it's communication. It may be saying, I need more time. I want to try this myself. This feels like too much right now. I'm not ready. When we shift from seeing resistance as rejection to seeing it as communication, the moment changes. It becomes less about control and more about understanding. When help feels better after connection, there's something subtle that can shift how help is received, and that's connection. For many neurodivergent children, help feels very different depending on how it's offered. When a child is already overwhelmed, jumping straight into problem solving can feel like too much, too fast. But when there's a moment of connection first, something changes. Connection doesn't have to be big or dramatic. It can be sitting nearby without speaking. It can be noticing what they're doing without correcting it. It can be offering presence instead of instruction. In those moments, the child's nervous system begins to settle. And when the nervous system feels safer, help is often easier to accept. It's not about forcing support. It's about creating the conditions where support feels welcome. Sometimes the most effective help doesn't start with guidance. It starts with quiet understanding. And from there, support can come in more gently, more naturally, without triggering resistance. Because when a child feels seen first, they're often more open to being supported next. When your child pushes away help, it can feel confusing, sometimes even a little hurtful, because your instinct is to support, to guide, to make things easier. But for many neurodivergent children, help is not always experienced as help. It can feel like interruption, pressure, loss of control, or sensory overload. Here at Kind Parent Collective, we believe that understanding the why behind behavior allows us to respond with more patience and connection. Because when we recognize that I don't want help doesn't mean I don't need you, it opens the door to a different kind of support, one that respects timing, space, and the child's need to feel capable in their own way. And if today was rough, you still did enough. Catch you on the next one.